Gemma and welcome to our Nurturing by Nature YouTube channel. Today we are bringing you an introduction on feeding raw to your pet. Now generally it is dogs that we see on the diet, but cats also enjoy a raw diet. We would start you off on a plain chicken mince, as this is 100% appropriate for your cats and for your dogs. A chicken is a natural food that they would be able to catch and eat. So that's why we start off with chicken. You might find other people say other things, but we use chicken to start you off. By using one protein, we can get your pet started off on a raw diet. So by using chicken with a bone in the mince, we would start you with these 500 gram pouches. There's only 500 grams in there, and what we would suggest that you do is you put that in the fridge in a leak-proof container, such as a bacon box, and that will defrost and you'll be able to portion that out for your pet. An adult dog would have between 2 to 3% of their body weight in meat per day. That doesn't include any extras like the vegetables if you choose to feed them. The vegetables are a good addition to the raw diet because they add in extra vitamins and minerals that they may be lacking elsewhere. And we always recommend that over time that you feed a variety of proteins. Over a 6 to 8 week period, we would feed different proteins to our pet. So that may be lamb, chicken, beef, pork, venison. Over that time, they will get different vitamins and minerals from the food that they consume. At Nurturing by Nature, we don't create a complete in a packet, but we do advocate feeding a complete diet over time. Now, you're feeding 2 to 3% of your pet's body weight in meat per day. So 7 of these 500 gram packets are likely to last a medium-sized dog of around 15 to 20 kilos a week. So we take 7 packets and you'll find that will last you slightly longer than a week, but we give you a little bit more to cover those dogs that are extra hungry or need that little bit more. We add some vegetables to the diet, such as the Smart Bath. This is a great blend of vegetables and seeds and herbs. So they get extra vitamins and minerals from this. Or we might choose something along the lines of the frozen nuggets. These are a blend of vegetables. It's really important to, if you're giving vegetables to your pet, to make sure they're broken down for them so you can make their vegetables yourself. But as they can't break down cellulose like we can't, you do need to blitz it or grate it slightly just to make sure that they can absorb the nutrients and the goodness from the vegetables. After feeding your pet one protein for a week, like the chicken, we would then go on to introduce different proteins. It is important to feed a variety over a time period, and it's also important that you introduce and include offal in the diet. We can help with this as we sell offal separately, and we also mince it in with some of our products. Our minces are 100% transparent, so you can see exactly on the listing or on the packet what you're getting. So if it says chicken and turkey, it's just chicken and turkey. Or if it's chicken and chicken liver, we've put around 10% liver in that packet to make sure you don't overload with the liver. Moving on to week 2, we'd introduce a different protein alongside the chicken, and then maybe we'd alternate between the different meats. One day you could feed chicken, another day you could feed lamb, then you could feed chicken again, and then you could feed beef. This is to make sure that your pet doesn't have any allergies. And if you notice that they react to anything, you can make a note of that and leave it for another time. When you start on a raw diet, it's a really good idea to look at the treats that you're feeding your pet as well. And you need to try and feed treats that are nice and natural. Single proteins if possible, or things that have just been dried, like the dried sprats or the dried meat. After about 3 weeks, we can look at introducing bones. That's when it gets more interesting for your pet, because they really enjoy chewing on a bone. And to start off with, we might feed something like a lamb rib 2 times a week, or a chicken carcass once a week, so that your pet gets used to actually eating a bone, whereas they're not used to having that before. It's also important to keep an eye on your pet's weight during this transition time, because you find they might lose a bit of weight when they're on the raw diet. It helps to build muscle, and it might help to lose some of the fat. So in store we have scales that you can use, or usually you can go along to your veterinary practice where you should be able to weigh your pet. It's a great idea to keep a diary as well, so that you can write down those things that your pet doesn't get on so well with. You might find that introducing a bone too early might put them off for a bit, but there's no reason why you can't revisit that back in a month. Let's just do a quick recap on that. So for week 1, we're looking at feeding a single protein, a mince, and we're looking to feed 2 to 3% of your pet's body weight in meat per day. You can add vegetables if you want to, or you can leave that out. For week 2, we're looking at mixing in different proteins. We could do chicken, then fish, then chicken, then beef. And then for week 3, we'll look at introducing some bones if you're ready for that. 2 or 3 bones that week should be sufficient. And then by the time you get to week 4, you should be feeding a good variety of the minces, the chunks of food like the fish, and the bones. That way you can introduce a varied diet over a 6 to 8 week period that will give your pet everything that they need.